Welcome to my channel, Valuable Coins All World. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end. You won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. In the vibrant world of American coinage, there are few pieces that stir both historical pride and collector excitement quite like the 2017 Frederick Douglass Washington quarter. This stunning piece of modern U.S. currency is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, and it proudly honors a towering figure in American history, Frederick Douglass, the former slave who rose to become one of the most powerful voices for abolition and equality. But beyond its commemorative purpose, this coin has sparked intense interest among collectors, not just for its symbolism, but also for its potential to be worth an astonishing amount of money. The design of the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter is a masterpiece in miniature. On the reverse side, Douglass is depicted seated at a writing desk, pen in hand, with the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in the background, a reminder of his dedication to education, communication, and freedom. The artistry in the fine details of the building, the windows, and Douglass's dignified pose reflects not just a coin, but a powerful tribute to an American icon. The obverse of the coin remains true to tradition, featuring the well-known portrait of George Washington by John Flanagan. This continuity with earlier quarters ensures a sense of connection with the past, while showcasing new stories on the reverse side. The contrast between Washington's stoic gaze and Douglass's thoughtful posture is a silent, yet moving conversation between two critical figures in U.S. history. When this coin was released in 2017, it quickly entered circulation like any other quarter, used for everyday purchases, vending machines, and spare change jars. But as time passed, certain versions of this coin began to rise in prominence, particularly among numismatists and hobbyists who noticed rare varieties, mint errors, and pristine conditions that transformed this simple quarter into a treasure. Some of the most sought-after versions of the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter are those minted in Philadelphia and Denver, especially ones that exhibit unusual features. Doubling on the inscriptions, off-center strikes, and misalignments in the die have been spotted in a small number of these coins, making them far more valuable than their 25-cent face value would ever suggest. Collectors have noted that quarters in uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS-67 and higher by reputable services like PCGS or NGC, have started commanding attention at auctions. The luster, strike sharpness, and complete absence of wear are what distinguish these rare examples from the sea of ordinary change. But what really adds a layer of mystery and allure is the variety of errors that sometimes emerge in the minting process. Some 2017 quarters have been found with dramatic die cracks, cuds, or even struck through grease, which partially obscures Douglass's image or details in the building behind him. These errors are unpredictable, often appearing in very low quantities, and collectors go wild for them. The Frederick Douglass quarter also stands out because of the story it tells. It's not just a coin, it's a tribute to literacy, resistance, and transformation. Frederick Douglass was a man who taught himself to read in secret and later inspired millions with his speeches and writings. To see his legacy preserved in metal, circulating in our economy, feels like a nod to the past echoing into our present. While many of these coins are worth just their face value, certain ones, especially those with brilliant uncirculated finishes from the U.S. Mint or sold as part of collector's sets, are far more desirable. Some came in silver-proof sets, adding another layer of appeal to those looking for something rare and elegant. The silver-proof version of the 2017 quarter, minted in San Francisco, contains 90% silver and displays a mirror-like background that brings out the finest lines of the engraving. If kept in its original mint packaging and free from fingerprints, such a coin can demand a premium from those who seek both beauty and rarity. Another aspect that enhances the coin's value is its symbolic weight. Douglass was not just a historical figure, but a symbol of courage and change. His presence on a coin gives it more than economic value. It gives it a voice. And that voice resonates deeply with collectors who treasure not only the metal, but also the meaning. Online marketplaces have been buzzing with listings of 2017 Frederick Douglass quarters, some asking for hundreds of dollars, especially when accompanied by unusual mint marks or grading certifications. These coins are becoming harder to find in perfect condition as time wears on and circulation wears them down. For savvy collectors, the key is to search for coins with minimal scratches, bold strike details, and preferably ones still in protective holders. Some have been lucky enough to find one in their pocket change or in rolls of coins straight from the bank. These are the finds that turn casual coin hunters into dedicated enthusiasts. The attention this coin has received is also helping to spread awareness about the man behind the engraving. More people are learning about Douglass's autobiography, his fight for human rights, and his enduring legacy, all sparked by a small coin they spotted in their wallet. And as demand for rare and high-grade examples of this quarter grows, so too does its market value. Dealers and auction houses have begun reporting rising prices, especially for those examples with unique characteristics that set them apart from the rest. That it's thrilling to realize that something as ordinary as a quarter could carry such extraordinary potential. Whether it's the powerful imagery, the historical significance, or the rare features, the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter has taken its place among the modern legends of coin collecting. And in one truly remarkable case, a rare, near-perfect Frederick Douglass quarter with striking detail and a unique die flaw was sold to a private collector for an eye-popping sum. That coin, now part of a prestigious private collection, was purchased for an unbelievable amount of $26,000. Top 2. In the vast and ever-evolving world of coin collecting, every now and then a coin surfaces that captures not only the eyes of numismatists but also the imagination of everyday Americans. One such coin is the 2000 Virginia Washington quarter, a piece minted as part of the iconic 50 State Quarters program, a series that redefined the way we view pocket change forever. But the Virginia State Quarter isn't just another commemorative issue. This coin, featuring a beautiful sailing scene and deep American history, has managed to command tremendous value in specific rare cases, turning a simple 25-cent piece into a collectible gem. The 2000 Virginia quarter pays tribute to the foundation of Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in America. On its reverse side, the coin features 3 historic ships, the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery, sailing proudly through the open waters. These ships carried the settlers that would begin an entirely new chapter in human history, and their depiction on the quarter is nothing short of breathtaking. The sails, the movement of the waves, and the elegant script that reads, Jamestown 1607 to 2007, make this design both historically important and visually stunning. The obverse, as with all state quarters, features the familiar image of George Washington. This design by John Flanagan has become one of the most recognized images in American currency, and its placement beside such a historically significant reverse makes the Virginia quarter a blend of 2 defining periods in American history, the founding of the Republic and the early colonization of the continent. Millions of these coins were minted and circulated in 2000 by the United States Mint at both the Philadelphia and Denver locations. While many ended up in coin jars, vending machines, and forgotten corners of wallets, a small number were produced with extraordinary precision or rare mint errors that have captivated collectors around the world. Among the most talked-about variants of the Virginia quarter are those with striking errors. Some examples exhibit dramatic die cracks, while others show signs of double striking or misalignment. Even more rare are those struck on the wrong metal planchet, coins intended to be quarters that were mistakenly struck on nickel or dime blanks. These mistakes, although accidental, turn an ordinary coin into a rare specimen worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But what really elevates the Virginia quarter from common change to prized collectible is condition. Coins that have remained untouched since the day they were minted. Those with mirror-like finishes, sharp details, and absolutely no signs of wear are the ones that spark fierce bidding wars at coin shows and online auctions. These are known as mint state or proof examples, and they represent the pinnacle of preservation. Collectors often search for coins graded by top agencies like PCGS and NGC, who assign grades like MS67, MS68, or even MS69 to the most pristine coins. The higher the grade, the more rare and desirable the coin becomes. Finding a Virginia quarter graded MS-69 is an almost mythical feat, but those that do exist command extraordinary sums. There are also silver-proof versions of this coin, minted in San Francisco, which feature a rich, reflective background and detailed frosting on the raised elements. These coins were never meant for circulation and were sold directly to collectors in special sets. When kept in their original packaging, these silver versions often retain their flawless condition for decades, making them even more desirable. Part of the appeal of the Virginia State Quarter also lies in the emotional and patriotic connection it evokes. Jamestown represents the beginning of American society as we know it. The journey of those settlers, filled with risk, uncertainty, and hope, mirrors the spirit of the nation. To hold a coin that symbolizes that story is to connect with something much greater than metal and engraving. The ship design itself is full of motion and life. It's almost as if you can feel the ocean breeze catching the sails, pushing these vessels toward an unknown but promising future. Artists and historians alike have praised the design for capturing both beauty and significance, making it one of the standout designs in the entire 50-state quarters program. Despite the millions of Virginia quarters that exist, only a select few are perfect, and fewer still have the types of rare flaws that make them true treasures. The fun part? These coins are still out there, hiding in old rolls of quarters, buried in coin collections, or sitting unrecognized in someone's drawer, waiting to be discovered. More and more collectors are turning their attention to this coin, not just for its design or symbolism, but for the real possibility of discovering a valuable piece. The market for rare and high-grade state quarters has been growing steadily, and prices are rising with increased demand and shrinking availability. It's no longer just experienced numismatists hunting for these coins. Everyday people are beginning to explore their spare change, learning about errors, mint marks, and coin grading in hopes of finding a rare example of this iconic piece of American currency. Whether found in circulation or purchased at a collector's show, a flawless or error-marked Virginia State Quarter can be the key to unlocking serious value. It's these coins that remind us that history and fortune can both live in the palm of your hand. And in one truly astonishing case, a 2000 Virginia Washington Quarter, struck with an extremely rare planchet error and preserved in near-perfect condition, changed hands in a private sale. The final price shocked collectors and enthusiasts alike. That single, tiny coin, originally worth just 25 cents, was sold for an incredible sum of $80,000. Top 3. In the thrilling and unpredictable world of coin collecting, one of the most recent marvels to capture the attention of numismatists and hobbyists alike is the 2016 Shawnee Washington Quarter. Released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, this coin represents not only a breathtaking piece of art, but also a powerful tribute to the natural beauty of the United States. But beyond its aesthetic charm and historical significance, this particular quarter has shown the potential to hold shocking value in certain rare cases, making it a true treasure in disguise. The Shawnee National Forest, located in southern Illinois, serves as the inspiration behind this incredible coin. Known for its towering rock formations, dense forest trails, and ancient cliffs, the forest draws visitors from across the country. And just like its natural counterpart, the quarter manages to leave an unforgettable impression with its unique and detailed design that transports us right into the heart of wilderness. The reverse of the coin is where the magic lies. It features Camel Rock, one of the most iconic natural landmarks in Shawnee National Forest. With its camel-like shape jutting out from the rocky bluff and a soaring red-tailed hawk captured mid-flight, the design tells a story of freedom, adventure, and the untouched splendor of the American outdoors. The precision of the engraving brings depth and realism to every crevice of the rock and feather of the hawk. The obverse of the coin, consistent with the entire series, displays the classic image of George Washington, first President of the United States and a central figure in American history. His profile, based on John Flanagan's original 1932 design, offers a timeless balance to the rotating scenes of national beauty showcased on the reverse. When this coin entered circulation in 2016, millions were produced by the U.S. Mint, with facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco contributing to the distribution. While most of these quarters blended into the background of daily transactions, a few remarkable specimens have emerged from the shadows, catching the eyes of seasoned collectors and commanding serious attention at auctions and conventions. What separates an ordinary Shawnee quarter from a valuable one are factors like mint errors, grade, and finish. Some coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint have shown signs of dramatic die breaks, double die obverse, and even off-center strikes. These rare defects, though unintentional, have elevated certain quarters far beyond their original purpose. One of the most exciting variations found among the 2016 Shawnee quarters includes the double die reverse, where the letters or design elements appear to have a shadow or duplicate layer. These types of errors are rare but always in high demand, especially among collectors who focus solely on error coins. Additionally, pristine condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A quarter pulled straight from a bankroll and kept untouched in a protective case has the potential to be graded as high as MS-68 or even MS-69. These mint state grades represent coins with sharp details, brilliant luster, and no visible signs of wear or contact. Silver-proof versions of the Shawnee quarter were also released by the San Francisco Mint as part of special collector sets. These coins were not intended for circulation and often display a mirror-like background with frosted imagery, giving them a striking two-tone appearance. When preserved properly, these coins can remain flawless for decades, making them a top-tier addition to any collection. The America the Beautiful series, to which the Shawnee quarter belongs, has become a favorite among modern collectors due to its rich storytelling and stunning visuals. Each coin offers a glimpse into the diverse beauty of the American landscape, and the Shawnee quarter holds a special place as one of the most visually compelling entries. With nature-focused themes gaining popularity and the number of flawless coins in circulation decreasing each year, demand for high-grade Shawnee quarters continues to grow. Coin shows, online markets, and private collectors are constantly on the lookout for the rarest examples with the cleanest surfaces and most dramatic errors. For those lucky enough to discover one of these rare specimens in circulation, the feeling is indescribable. It's the thrill of discovery, the echo of history, and the chance to hold something truly extraordinary, all wrapped into one coin. And while most will never come across a valuable one, the hope of that perfect find keeps collectors coming back. The detail on camel rock, the hawk in flight, and the soft etching of the forest in the background make this coin a miniature piece of art. The sculptor captured not just a landscape, but the spirit of untamed nature and silent majesty. It's this emotional resonance that elevates the Shawnee quarter to more than just currency. It becomes a story in your palm. Collectors who specialize in modern quarters know that value often lies in the unexpected. A small nick, a misaligned die, or a mirrored finish can be the difference between pocket change and a prize. And when it comes to the Shawnee quarter, stories have already surfaced of rare finds turning into major profits. The market continues to evolve, and as more people become aware of the value hidden in their spare change, demand is climbing. Auction houses have begun spotlighting high-grade examples of the Shawnee quarter, especially those with verification from top grading agencies. These coins often end up in prestigious private collections or as part of competitive numismatic displays. And then there are the legends, stories whispered among collectors of a single coin that rose from the most unexpected place to become the centerpiece of a treasure trove. In one jaw-dropping case, a rare 2016 Shawnee quarter struck with a unique mint error, preserved in nearly flawless condition and authenticated by a leading grading service, was sold for the astonishing amount of $45,000. Top 4. In the expansive world of coin collecting, one coin that continues to surprise both seasoned numismatists and casual collectors is the 2005 Minnesota-Washington State Quarter. Released as part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, this quarter was designed not just as currency, but as a tribute to the natural beauty and historical pride of the land of 10,000 lakes. But what makes this particular quarter especially thrilling is the unexpected value some rare versions have attained, turning a simple 25-cent coin into a stunning discovery worth thousands. The Minnesota quarter showcases a tranquil scene of a lake bordered by dense pines, with a pair of fishermen casting their lines from a small boat. In the background stands the outline of the state itself, flanked by the words Minnesota, and the year it joined the Union, 1858. Below that, the phrase "land of 10,000 lakes" reminds us of the state's unique geographic character, with its vast networks of water bodies that define the region's natural charm. This quarter's reverse design beautifully captures the spirit of outdoor adventure. The image isn't just a peaceful landscape. It's a reminder of Minnesota's deep-rooted connection with nature, fishing traditions, and serene woodland life. For many Americans, this quarter brings back memories of early morning lake trips, the rustling of pine needles, and the calm ripple of water under a canoe. The obverse of the coin features the timeless portrait of George Washington, originally crafted by John Flanagan in 1932. This image stands tall among the dynamic state-specific reverses, grounding each quarter with a sense of national unity while still celebrating local heritage. The contrast between Washington's classic profile and the scenic Minnesota wilderness is a stunning example of how art and history merge in American coinage. While millions of Minnesota quarters were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints in 2005, only a very small number have become highly sought after by collectors due to their rare and astonishing mint errors. These subtle flaws, often invisible to the untrained eye, have dramatically increased the value of select pieces, sometimes to almost unbelievable levels. The most famous error tied to the Minnesota quarter is the extra tree variety. Near the right side of the coin's reverse, a faint additional tree can sometimes be seen beside the main cluster of evergreens. This extra tree is not part of the original design, but rather the result of die doubling, a rare misstep in the minting process that creates a ghost-like duplication of part of the image. What's fascinating about this error is that it comes in numerous forms. Some coins show a faint extra branch, while others display a bold and clearly duplicated tree. These variations, known as die varieties, have been cataloged by experts and are highly prized depending on their visibility and condition. Collectors across the country have scrambled to search rolls of 2005 quarters in hopes of finding one of these rare, extra tree versions. Coin dealers and grading companies quickly caught on to the hype, and the value of high-grade examples soared almost overnight. Suddenly, what once jingled in a pocket was now being handled with white gloves and placed in sealed slabs. Beyond the extra tree error, there are also other rare misprints, including off-center strikes, die cracks, and coins struck on planchets intended for different denominations. These accidental anomalies add an entirely different layer of collectability and have attracted a new generation of treasure hunters who check every quarter they receive and change. What increases the allure even more is condition. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition, free from nicks, scratches, or fingerprints, are much more valuable than their worn-down counterparts. Quarters graded MS-67 or higher by top organizations like PCGS or NGC are especially rare and can fetch hefty prices at auction. Proof and silver-proof versions were also released by the San Francisco Mint. These coins were struck with a high level of detail and mirror-like finishes, sold directly to collectors in sets. The silver-proof Minnesota quarters, in particular, have found a special place among those looking for both beauty and scarcity in modern U.S. coinage. The story of the Minnesota quarter is a perfect example of how a coin intended for everyday transactions can become something far more significant. It reminds us to look more closely at the things we often overlook. Every detail, every tree, wave, and letter matters. And sometimes, those details hold secrets worth uncovering. As coin collecting gains popularity again, people of all ages are discovering the joys of searching for rare varieties, especially in state quarters like Minnesota's. These coins aren't just pieces of metal. They are storytelling artifacts that connect us to both the land and the history it represents. And then there's the excitement, the thrill that maybe, just maybe, the next coin you flip could be the one that breaks the pattern, the one that changes your fortune. That energy, that sense of possibility, is what makes collecting so addictive. In a truly jaw-dropping moment in the collecting world, one remarkable 2005 Minnesota quarter, featuring a prominent and rare extra tree variety, combined with a near-perfect grade, caught the attention of a major private collector. This flawless coin, preserved in mint state condition and authenticated by a leading grading agency, was purchased for the staggering amount of $80,000. Top 5. In the breathtaking world of American coinage, some coins do more than just represent monetary value. They tell a story. One of the most captivating examples of this is the 2014 Great Smoky Mountains Washington State Quarter. Issued as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, this coin is a moving tribute to one of the most iconic and serene natural landmarks in the United States. But for collectors and treasure hunters alike, this quarter has become more than just a miniature work of art. It has turned into a valuable and desirable collectible, with rare varieties reaching stunning prices. The Great Smoky Mountains Quarter captures the mysterious beauty of the forested mountain range that straddles the border between Tennessee and North Carolina. On its reverse, the design features a rustic log cabin set against the backdrop of rolling hills and dense fog. In the foreground, a split-rail fence wins its way across the scene, and a hawk soars gracefully in the sky above, symbolizing freedom, wilderness, and the timelessness of this treasured landscape. This coin isn't just a tribute to nature. It's a portal into a world untouched by modern chaos. The scene on the reverse side evokes a feeling of peaceful solitude, where the air is crisp, the woods are quiet, and every sound comes from nature's rhythm. The detail in the wood of the cabin, the feathers of the hawk, and the subtle shading of the mountains make this design one of the most admired in the entire series. That on the obverse, as with all Washington quarters, stands the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. His image connects every coin in the series to a central thread of American heritage, leadership, and legacy. The clean symmetry between the historic portrait and the natural beauty on the reverse creates a compelling balance that appeals to collectors and casual observers alike. The Great Smoky Mountains Quarter was struck in 2014 at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco Mints. While millions of these quarters were produced for circulation, a small number have emerged with rare minting errors, high-grade finishes, or unique characteristics that make them exceptionally valuable in today's collector market. Among the rarest finds are error coins, those that left the mint with unexpected flaws. Some show dramatic die breaks or cracks. Others have double strikes or off-center impressions. A few were even struck on the wrong planchet, creating unusual hybrids that catch the eyes of even the most experienced numismatists. These errors are rare, unintentional, and incredibly sought after. Collectors have also gone wild over coins that have earned high grades from professional grading services, such as PCGS and NGC. A coin that's graded MS68 or higher is extremely rare, especially for modern circulated quarters. Such coins show virtually no marks or imperfections and are preserved with perfect clarity and shine, looking just as they did the moment they were struck. The San Francisco Mint also released special proof and silver-proof versions of the Great Smoky Mountains Quarter. These editions were not circulated but sold directly to collectors. With their mirror-like backgrounds and frosted details, these coins offer a stunning visual contrast and are some of the most beautiful examples available. When kept in their original packaging, these proof coins can maintain their pristine condition for decades. The design's strong emotional and visual appeal has helped drive its popularity. The quarter not only honors the natural beauty of the Smokies, but also pays homage to the Appalachian way of life, where simplicity, survival, and tradition go hand in hand. For many Americans, this coin evokes a deep personal connection to the mountains, the land, and the generations who have lived among the trees. Collectors are drawn to the Great Smoky Mountains Quarter not just for its appearance or value, but for the story it tells. It serves as a piece of history, a symbol of nature, and a reminder of the rich cultural heritage rooted in the Appalachian region. Holding this coin feels like holding a piece of the forest itself, a slice of calm, misty serenity tucked inside your palm. Some coin hunters have reported finding unique errors like double dies, where parts of the design are slightly duplicated due to a misalignment in the minting process. These tiny variations are barely noticeable at first glance, but can dramatically raise the coin's value, especially when authenticated by a professional grading service. There have also been discoveries of quarters with unusual finishes, coins that show signs of satin or burnished textures, likely due to striking anomalies or test strikes. These kinds of features are extremely rare and not often seen by the general public, making them highly desirable among niche collectors. With growing interest in modern quarters, especially from the America the Beautiful series. Coins like the Great Smoky Mountains Quarter are seeing a surge in attention. Coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces are full of discussions and listings related to this coin, particularly those in exceptional condition or with documented errors. For newcomers to the hobby, finding one of these quarters can be a thrilling experience. Imagine spotting a coin in your change, looking it over out of curiosity, and discovering that it's not just ordinary currency, it's a potential prize. That rush of discovery is what draws so many people into the world of numismatics. The true magic of the Great Smoky Mountains Quarter lies in its ability to blend history, art, and nature into a single object. It brings together the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, the beauty of Tennessee's wilderness, and the ever-present possibility of unexpected fortune. And just when collectors thought they had seen it all, a remarkable example of this coin surfaced, struck with a dramatic error and preserved in immaculate condition. This extraordinary coin was eventually authenticated, graded, and acquired by a serious collector in a private transaction. The final sale price left the community stunned, as that single 2014 Great Smoky Mountains Quarter was sold for an eye-opening amount of $52,000. Top 6. In the fascinating journey of American coinage, few coins blend natural beauty, historical significance, and hidden value quite like the 2007 Washington State Quarter. Released as part of the iconic 50 State Quarters program, this coin celebrates the stunning landscapes and proud heritage of Washington, the evergreen state. But beyond its symbolic design and everyday usage, there's more to this quarter than meets the eye. In select, rare conditions, it has shocked the collector's market with astonishing value, capturing the imagination of coin hunters across the nation. The Washington State Quarter's reverse side features a powerful scene that pays tribute to one of nature's most majestic wonders, Mount Rainier. Towering in the background, the snow-capped volcano watches over the foreground where a sleek, solitary Chinook salmon leaps from the waters of the Pacific Northwest. Together, these two elements embody Washington's rich connection to nature, from its volcanic peaks to its life-giving rivers. The choice of design for this coin was no coincidence. Mount Rainier isn't just a geographical landmark, it's a cultural and spiritual symbol for Washingtonians. And the Chinook salmon, native to the state's rivers and oceans, has sustained indigenous peoples and supported the region's ecosystem for centuries. This quarter beautifully captures that harmony between earth and life. On the obverse, we find the enduring image of George Washington, whose legacy ties all the state quarters together. Created by sculptor John Flanagan in the 1930s, this iconic portrait has been used for decades and serves as a reminder of America's founding principles. Against the unique reverse designs of each state, Washington's profile gives every coin a common identity rooted in American history. When this coin entered circulation in 2007, it quickly became a favorite among collectors, especially those living in or connected to the Pacific Northwest. Minted in large numbers at both the Denver and Philadelphia mints, the Washington Quarter was widespread. But as with all coins, not every piece was created equally. That's where the excitement begins. Collectors began to notice slight imperfections in a small number of 2007 Washington Quarters. Some coins showed doubled images or inscriptions, known as double die errors. Others were struck off-center or displayed unusual rim variations. These minting errors, while unintended, have made those specific coins incredibly valuable on the secondary market. What truly separates the valuable from the ordinary is not just the error, but the condition of the coin. Coins that are graded as MS67 or higher, mint state condition with no scratches, discoloration, or wear, are highly sought after. They look as though they've just been struck by the mint, even years later. Only a small fraction of circulated coins ever survive in this kind of pristine condition. Some lucky collectors also discovered proof and silver-proof versions of the Washington Quarter. These were minted in San Francisco with a special finish, mirror-like backgrounds and frosted design elements. These proof coins were never released into general circulation and were instead sold in sets directly to collectors. When kept in their original packaging, their shine and detail remain untouched. A handful of the silver-proof coins even show unique characteristics caused by dye polish or minor striking issues. These subtle anomalies may be barely noticeable to the casual eye, but to a seasoned collector, they can represent a major find. A perfectly struck silver proof with a unique mint mark or finish variation can command serious attention. There's something thrilling about the possibility that a coin in your pocket could be hiding such potential. That's the beauty of the State Quarter series. It's accessible to everyone. Whether you're a professional collector or just someone who checks their change out of curiosity, the opportunity for discovery is always there. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a treasure hunt mixed with history and art. Each coin tells a story, and the 2007 Washington Quarter tells a story of wild landscapes, roaring rivers, and the strength of the natural world. It reminds us of what it means to preserve, protect, and honor the land we live on. Online auctions and collector markets have seen a rising interest in high-grade Washington quarters. Particularly rare examples, especially those with certified mint errors and exceptional luster, have fetched jaw-dropping prices. These coins don't just change hands. They become part of major private collections and museum-worthy sets. As the 50 state quarters program ages, the coins become more difficult to find in flawless condition. Many have suffered the wear and tear of circulation, making untouched specimens increasingly rare. That scarcity only adds to the allure and drives up the value of coins that have remained perfectly preserved. Even within collector circles, stories circulate of individuals who discovered a valuable Washington quarter in the most unexpected places, in rolls from banks, in drawer change piles, even in loose change found at garage sales. These real-life discoveries fuel the passion of countless collectors hoping to find a treasure of their own. The salmon leaping on this coin represents more than just wildlife. It symbolizes ambition, movement, and survival. Just as the salmon fights its way upstream, the Washington Quarter has fought its way to the top of the collector's world. Thanks to its beauty, history, and rarity, that it's easy to underestimate the value of coins we see every day. But with the right combination of rarity, grade, and error, even the most ordinary-looking quarter can become a coin of a lifetime. That's why coin lovers are always watching, always searching, always dreaming. And in one unforgettable instance, a 2007 Washington State Quarter featuring a rare double die error and certified in near-perfect mint state condition shocked the numismatic world when it sold at a private auction. The final price for this remarkable piece was an astounding $70,000.